When describing the cultural history of Grenada, it's the cooking pot rather than the melting pot that comes to mind. And there's no better culinary metaphor than oil down, the peculiarly named national dish of Grenada, a mix of meats and vegetables. A must-have in Grenada's national dish is the breadfruit, famously associated with the 1789 mutiny on the Bounty. This South Pacific staple arrived in the Caribbean on a subsequent expedition. But what other uses have been made of breadfruit in Grenada since then? Addressing the use and consumption of local foods, the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, says not much. CARDI's representative in Grenada, Reginald Andel, says he believes it is a mentality issue.
We tend to promote and readily accept imported food, and we downplay local food, and that's a problem. It's our mentality, how we think, and that's what we have to change. Yeah, and once we change that, then we're in good standing. The breadfruit is much more nutritious for us. It's much more healthy for us. It's much more tasty for us than the other imported foods. For example, the Irish potato that people like a lot to use for fries and chips and so on. Breadfruit is much more excellent than it. But yet still, because of custom, the historical custom, we tend to stick with the Irish potato instead of promoting the breadfruit. And so that we have to change that. It's a mental thing.
He added that if the dependence on imported food remains, the attitude towards locally grown foods will not change.
We talk a lot about independence, yes? But as I said the other day, how can we promote our independence and we are eating 90% imported food? We need to be independent in our food production and most of all in our food consumption. Once we are not independent, or we don't produce the foods that we eat, we're not truly independent. We need to be more independent in our local food consumption. And we can do it. We can do it. We have the resources to do it. We have the mentality to do it. We have the money to do it. What we lack is the will to do it.
CARDI says soon it will begin sensitization programs on cassava, with the breadfruit soon to follow.